Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another reading vlog. I'm so excited about this week's reading vlog. I just want to see how much I read on my vacation to North Carolina. I'm staying here with my family and Dylan's family is staying here as well, so it's like a nice little combined for the week and I'm so excited. We got here today, which is Saturday, July 11th. It's actually my mom's birthday. We are going to be here until Saturday of next week. I wanted to sit down to show you guys what I'm going to be hopefully reading. It's nothing any crazy. I just want to read to read. I'm really just starting like a whole new thing where I'm not going to put any pressure on reading, and if I finish books, I finish books. So I have Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn. I actually bought this at Barnes & Noble with my points. I shouldn't have, but I feel like I need just a different author. I felt like I had been reading the same people over and over again, so I got Mistborn and I asked my lovely bestie Maddie which one I should choose because I was gonna get The Way of Kings and she's like, girl, no. So I got this one, which she said is a good starter. I also brought Prior the Orange Tree, which is on my Kindle, and I'm about 120 pages into it, so we're getting into it. And then lastly, I have The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes on my Kindle because I just really want to reread it. So we've got those three books. We're gonna see where I get to tonight. Today is, like I said, Saturday. Dylan and I also started the audiobook for Pet Cemetery. We're on chapter 17 with 10 hours and 42 minutes left. So we read, I think, about 4 hours of it, if I'm not mistaken. So it's been really good. It's really creepy. So we're gonna try to listen to it on like the car ride again. I also have Hunger Games because I want to go on runs in the morning, so I can listen to that hopefully. So that is pretty much what I brought this week to read. Hopefully we're gonna just do a little bit of everything, which I think is gonna be really fun. So I'm going to go eat. I will talk to you guys later. Hi guys, I am currently all ready for the day. My sisters and I are gonna go to the aquarium. It's 10:26. We're about to leave probably, hopefully soon. I have been reading so much of The Naturals and I forgot how much I love this book because Criminal Minds is one of my favorite TV shows. I wouldn't say a comfort show, but it's definitely one I can just like put on in the background, or if I want to be invested in and kind of watch any episode you want and then like know what's happening. Being able to have that in a freaking book was literally chef's kiss. And Jennifer Lynn Barnes is definitely like my girl. I am so excited for the 5th book to come out, and I'm so excited, but I still have to read the 12. So I was thinking maybe we should do a reread of the series, possibly, and I think they're all on Kindle Unlimited, which is even better. We're starting with the first one, The Naturals. If you don't know what that is about, it's about Cassie, and she's got this kind of just this natural instinct of like being able to read people, and she's really good to it, to the point where the FBI comes and gets her and they're like, hey, we want to put you in the Naturals program, which is pretty much a bunch of teenagers with special abilities, pretty much, not like magic. It's just like someone's a lie detector, someone can read emotions, one can do analytics and patterns, and then also there's Cassie, who's like a profiler, and then there's also Dean, who's also a profiler. So all of these people, kids come together to solve cold cases. But in this one, we have an issue. Cassie's mom was murdered when she was younger, so that's kind of something that pushed her to go into this. Her mom also kind of taught her how to read people, and her mom was like a psychic, but she wasn't a fraud. She was just really good at reading people, so she taught her daughter to do that. I love the series. I really do. It's definitely one of my favorite series of all time. Like, it's just so good, and I'm able to just fly by in these books, and I feel like I needed that. I've been reading Prior the Orange Tree for some time now. I think I'm on like 120, so we're getting somewhere, but I just needed a break, and I feel like I can finish this either today or tomorrow because I'm already 38% into this, and I'm currently on the U aspect, which I'll explain in a second, and I'm on page 131. So I have about 178 pages to go. I definitely think I can finish it today because I'm just flying by in this. But this book series is just so good, to the point where you get these little chapters, those little experts that are called you, because when they're in the serial killer's mind, they either say I, because they're like jumping into their shoes, like I do this for this purpose, or you talk in third person where it's like you did that, you did that. So you get these you aspects, which is about the serial killer. So you're in the head of the serial killer, and it's really, really creepy. I read this when I literally had COVID like 2 years ago or so, and it was probably the best book you could read when you're sick because it's very easy to read. You fly by it and you're just addicted. And I feel like that's with all of Jennifer Lynn Barnes' books, not just this series, but the Inheritance games. You're just able to fly by in them. So I'm very excited to continue on. I'm gonna bring this on in the car ride because the car ride I believe is about an hour long. I've also, this is a reread, so it's easier for me to fly by in this, but I am just having the best time. So come with me as we continue this for today. I brought a few books, so after this one I have to figure out what I'll pick up. This is your mom's shirt that she got me.
Oh, looks nice.
Third day of reading and being here, so I'm hopefully gonna finish the naturals today, but it's gonna be a nice pool and beach day because it's sunny. It's thankfully sunny. It's been like rainy the past 2 days that we've been here, and then when we got here it was sunny-ish, rainy, but so excited. So we're gonna go on a run. I might listen to Hunger Games on the audiobook if I can find where my spot is, and then yeah, we'll see where the day takes us. Okay, you probably can't see me. No, you can see me. I probably don't look good. My hair's in a braid because it was literally going everywhere. Becca's still here, but everyone else just went back. I think everyone's gonna get lunch. Becca and I already had lunch.
Yes, we
Look
did.
what Becca's reading.
Apparently, I'm not depressed enough.
Because we watched the movie last week with Sydney. She came over, and Danielle. Let me tell you, for the last 40 minutes, we bawled our eyes out.
I don't think I can breathe.
Yes, and if you've seen my video on that, you know that I was already crying enough when I read the book, but that movie encapsulated it perfectly. And of course, movies are going to add more things to the movie because they just kind of make it entertaining. The added things they added were perfect. Like, it gave so much more depth to the story. It showed like what they were going through, so it was perfect. But I currently just finished The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I just have to say that book is just so good because I fall in love with all the characters every single time. They all have a different past. They are all so different. I freaking love it. I especially love Dean. I don't know what it is. Every single time I read that man, I'm like, love him. What? I don't know if you guys can even hear me. The wind might be terrible. Anyways, I love the characters every single time. Everything was so perfect in this book. 5-star. Originally I gave it a 5-star, but I literally love this book series. I'm gonna do a reread. I put Alone in for Libby. Hopefully that will happen soon because I really want to read it. If not, I'll just start reading it at home. They're just such easy, bingeable books. They're fun. I do think sometimes her endings are a little too quick. Like, also, it's not as realistic. Like, now the serial killer is like calm instead of like trying to kill these people. So anyways, I just love it every single time. I'm currently on my Kindle trying to find something to read. I was thinking Nicholas Sparks. If not, I was gonna think what's her name, Ellen Hildebrand, because I loved the 5-star. Wait, what did I read? It was the last book. I can't remember what it was. Anyways, I might get one of those because I'm not in the mood to read a fantasy book. I also don't have Miss Bourne with me. I have Priory of the Orange Tree, which I might, but I do need to kind of focus for that. And I want something that's like light and easy to read. So we'll see. So I'll let you know what I read. But we're probably going to be here for a little bit. It's 1:42. Feeling a little fried, but not fried enough. perfect couple on my book. I mean, what? On my Kindle. I'm gonna start reading that. I read like 3 pages of Priory of the Woods Tree on the beach. And that was it. I wanted to read more of it, but I just had a feeling like I really wanted to start a book that wasn't on my TBR. And it's so hard just getting through the TBR you have at home. Just because you're like continually like wanting to read like new books that come out, or like maybe it's just like the atmosphere and like being a mood reader. It's so hard sticking to a TBR, but I love doing TBRs, but it's just so hard sometimes. So yeah, I like my TBR is like dwindling definitely, but it's just kind of frustrating. So perfect couple. All I know really is that well, we have Ed in it. He's the police chief that was in the was it Swan Song? That's what it was. I thought like 28 Summers or something like that. I don't know why. Swan Song. So he was in that. Crazy ending, by the way, with him. But he investigates this murder that happens at this wedding, and all of the guests to the wedding are suspects. So we are starting on Saturday, July 7th at 2018, 5:53 a.m. That's a day before Dylan's birthday. I don't know how old we'd be. 15? Doesn't seem right. I'm gonna start reading. Wait, no, we'd be in 8th grade. I remember because like for some reason all our classes went, so we would be in 8th grade. What is that, like 14, 15? Forget it, whatever. Anyways, I'm going to bed. I got severe thumbs. What? I got sunburn like on my face. Oof. And like everywhere. So I'm cold. It's probably like 2-ish. We were in the water a few times and we're just both currently just reading. This might be foggy and gross, I'm sorry. Hold on. I don't think that worked. Anyways, we've just been like sitting. I'm reading on my Kindle. I dropped my Kindle like straight in the sand, so I hope it's not in the port. But anyways, I'm 53 pages in, and this is 473 pages, almost 500. This is pretty good so far. I love her mysteries. They're just so intriguing to me. But we're in Celeste's part, and it sounds like there's gonna be a lot of drama in this, and I'm excited. So my face hurts, but we're probably gonna go back soon because we've been here about, I want to say almost 2 hours. But we're gonna go to early dinner. So that's that. I'm just getting really hot. Sorry if I look like bloated and gross and sweaty. But anyways, enjoying this. Glad that I'm reading it. Yeah, I'd probably read the Orange Tree too if I get bored or if I want to switch it up. But I think I'm gonna try to stick to this so that I can finish this during the week. We'll see. But that's that. love this. Becca, this lady has this sign in front of her workstation, and it says, "Bad planning on your part does not constitute an emergency on my part."
Let me see. Where is it?
Yay!
I got one just before that.
Oh, it's so pretty.
His eyeballs are so big. Wow.
Feel it, feel it.
Hi guys, I just wanted to film this real quick. It's like 10:55 right now. It's pretty late. I've had a pretty good day today. Just filled with fun things considering tomorrow's our last day, which is literally insane to say because I don't even know how we got through a week. It literally just felt like it just started. I'm really upset because it's just been such a wonderful weekend, and anytime we come down to North Carolina, it's just filled with like so many new memories, and this one is with Dylan's family, so it's even specialer. So I'm just really sad that we're leaving after tomorrow, and I'm just like, it sucks. So anyways, tomorrow's our last day, so I'm gonna really try to get in this last book. Hopefully we'll see, and then that will finish up today's video. But for The Perfect Couple, I am on, they're not even chapters, they're just, you get like a segment where you kind of fast forward to the past or the present, and then it's talking about the interviews, or it's just talking about like the day that this happened. So we go into the past and we see Celeste and Benji and what they're going through, and then the future, or the present, is like what either people's point of views were, or their interviews. So I'm on Celeste's past, and I'm on page 225. I have been flying through this. I mean, I am on vacation, so I am just reading quicker, and I have plenty of time too, but I'm having I'm having honestly a really good time with it. It is so juicy because it seems like everyone's cheating on everyone, everyone's drunk, everyone's rich, hallelujah. So that's that pretty much. We're getting to Celeste, and Celeste, I don't know, I feel like there are so many things, like not everyone is perfect, but maybe they are. Like, I don't know, because why is it called The Perfect Couple? Literally all these couples that have been talking recently are not, literally far from that. So I don't really know where that's gonna go. I will say the interview process and like figuring out who done it is definitely pretty slow. I feel like if we got all of the present bits, we would probably done this book in like 200, because there's been a lot of filler about past things, or just having POVs and just, you know, like diving more into the characters, diving more into the setting, what's happening, background knowledge. So it's been really good, but I do think this isn't as shocking as it, like, I just have a feeling it's not going to be like a shocking like mystery thriller type thing. This one thing did just happen, and I was like, that's crazy. I got like a weird vibe from Merritt like halfway through the book. Like, I literally wrote that in there. I just had like a vibe like maybe she was a little crazy, maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe she is just someone who's had like just a really bad bits and pieces of her life. I'm not really sure, but I was kind of getting a bad vibe. And then also, I don't really know how to feel about Greer, because I feel like she's a good person, but I also think she isn't. But I just don't know. Like, no one's black and white. Everyone's kind of like in the middle. Like, they're good, but then they're doing something, or they're doing this and they're having an affair. Like, it's very interesting. So my favorite thing that Greer has done so far is she truly has so much like amazement of Karen, and Karen is Celeste's mom, and she's got cancer. So Greer was making sure that Karen was getting as much lobster as she wanted, because that's all she wanted to eat. Like Karen was like, I just really want to eat lobster. Like apparently it was supposed to be like oysters or something, and she was like, oh, I was really looking forward to lobster. And Greer was like literally telling them, don't care, whatever, I want that woman to have lobster like 24/7 in the fridge so she can have a bedtime snack. It was just so sweet. Other than that, like everyone, like no one is perfect. The only people that we haven't really dove into are Benji and Celeste. We've kind of gotten into a few people here and there, so we'll see, but I am just really thoroughly enjoying this book. I'm kind of mad at myself that I've started at the ends and I'm gonna go back to the beginning. Now I feel like once I finish the Nantucket series, I have to start from the beginning to the end. I'm also getting like angrier with the ending of Swan Song, because I'm just like falling in love with these characters. So and I also just want to see like where they all go, where they all intertwine. I love seeing that in books. This one we have a pretty good tight circle, so you know, we're dealing with just like the wedding gifts, but we also have the people from Nantucket. Like we just had some people from like the ferry that we were talking to, and then like some people who weren't at the wedding, I guess, and then like the rumors. So I love how she's able to encapsulate, first off, the setting, second off, the story so far is just so juicy. And I think my favorite thing that Ellen Hilderman can do is just like show that people aren't all perfect. There's always like a little something. I don't know, and it's just so juicy. Like I literally feel like a middle-aged mom like reading this book. Like that's what the vibes I get, but they're like such good vibes. Like I literally love them. I cannot wait to be a middle-aged mom. So I think this was pretty funny though. There was like 2 underlines, because in your Kindle he'll tell you what's the most highlighted part of the book, and usually there are these really cute quotes. For example, one of them, Bruce was saying, I didn't care, I could wait an hour, I could wait all day because I was with Karen. This other one was with Karen talking about Bruce. She's like, she has been loved in her life, deeply and truly loved. She's been known and understood. Is there anything more she is supposed to want? And I literally fell in love with that. That was just so beautiful. But then there were other quotes where people were like underlining a specific moisturizer, and that was it. Like it wasn't anything else, it was just the moisturizer, and it made me laugh because I'm like, maybe that was like the moms who are reading this book highlighting that so they can go and get it. I thought that was funny. Anyways, that's all I've read today. I've also been reading Hunger Games, which I'll update in the morning, but that's like when I do my runs. So if I do a run tomorrow, God, that scared me, I'll update you guys. But other than that, I'm going to bed. Dylan wants to go to bed, I want to go to bed. It's like every single day we're up by like 6 or 7. Oops, and then we're going to bed by like 11. So I will catch you guys later. Good night. Hi everyone. I literally cannot see anything on the screen, so I look terrible. Well, I look terrible. I went on a run. So today's our last day. It's Friday. I'm so freaking sad. I'm so freaking sad because like everything, it just went so freaking quick, and it's just really sad because it felt like we just got here and we finally were able to like, you know, like get used to being here and having like a week to like get settled in, I guess, and now we're leaving. Like that's how it always feels when you're at a vacation for like about a week or so. It just never feels like it's enough. With my last day, all I really want to do is read my book. I really want to finish it because I was telling Miss Barb, and I've said this before, I put memories with books. So Memories of the Beach, I remember reading Last Song by Nicholas Sparks the last time I was here. I also remember reading that mystery North Carolina book. I don't remember the author, but like I read that. Like I just put those with memories. So this book is really into this memory, so I really want to finish it so that when I get back home it's not like I'm reading it and now I'm making like a new memory. I want it to be like here. I am pretty close to finishing though. It says I only have 2 hours and 28 minutes left in The Perfect Couple, and I'm 64% through. I think this morning I was probably around like 49%, so I've read about almost 20% of this book, which is great. But I will say, I do really enjoy this book. I think it's very juicy, but there's a reason it's called Perfect Couple, and let me just say, like, no one's good in this, and I'm like, I kind of feel icky, like, wanting Celeste to, like, not be with her fiance. Like I want her to like come clean. Like, I don't know, like I don't know, it's like a weird feeling, but like I just don't want any more cheating. I'm over it. I'm really over it. And we're just sitting by the pool today. I want to go to the beach later, but this sand is gonna be really, really hot today. It's supposed to be like, they're getting a little bit of a heat wave, and then it literally rains all week. You also have like the fires from, I guess, Canada. Hope everyone's safe in Canada if you're from there, or if you have family there, know people from there. But there's wildfires in Canada, so I guess we're getting a lot of the smoke. So the sun's out, but it's still like a little smoky. Not too bad though. But I know at home in Maryland they have like an air condition advisory, so you can't be outside really. You shouldn't be outside. So anyways, I'm just talking. I just am gonna sit and read this and have literally a blast. So that's where I'm going to be today. So, we're on page, sorry I didn't even tell you guys, page 311, and there's 473 pages in this book. So we shall hopefully finish it. This is my setup. I might tan, we'll see. I'm trying not to as much this summer, just for, you know, skin purposes, and I want my acne scars to get better, so there's that. But I got a Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, no, a zero sugar Pepsi. I also have my EVERAND bag that I've been using. I have my EVERAND bag that is my beach bag. This one is, it says the best stories are the ones you like, and I just love this bag. It fits literally everything in it. I just posted recently, if you use my code, you get 2 free audio or Kindle books for 30 days for their EVERAND subscription. And if not, I have a link that gives you 1 free book for 30 days to try out EVERAND. I definitely recommend it. I've been loving having it. I'm so blessed that I'm able to have it. It's honestly great. It's fantastic being able to just be like, I'm gonna read a book from here. So EVERAND and Fable have literally been amazing. Let's start reading. I'm sorry if this entire clip looks bad and I'm like slouching and you see my fat rolls, but enjoy. Oh my gosh, there was this one twist that I literally knew, and I hate to say it, but it's because of his socks. Hello? I came inside because I was burning, and like, I just got so tired because it's almost 3, I think. It doesn't look like I get burnt, but like my face just like, it hurts. I literally have like an hour left in my book, so I probably have about like 50 to 60 pages left of my book. It literally got so insane. Oh my god, just everyone is sleeping with everyone at this point. I mean, for real. Hello everyone. It is so much later than when I last talked to you guys. It's about 10:24 on our last day in North Carolina, and I did finish The Perfect Couple by Ellen Hilderbrand. This is my second Ellen Hilderbrand book, and they're all from the Nantucket series, and I will say I'm going to get the first 2 books so I can read those, because Castaways, I believe, is about Ed's family and what happens and how they take on the kids, and then I'm not sure what the first one's about. I think overall The Perfect Couple was very enticing. It was very juicy. I want to say it was a fun book to read because there were so many scandals, but yet you were in this beautiful place, and you know, you just had like these perfectly rich families, but then you like actually looked at it and you're like, holy crap, they're all freaking crazy because they're all sleeping with one another. But I will say, definitely like learning about what all these couples were doing to one another, I was kind of like a little traumatized myself, I swear to you. Like, I don't know what it was, I was just reading and I was like, oh my gosh, more. So we'll just say that just to keep it in light. I hated the ending. I think it was kind of crappy because you were so tensed up because you're just so eager to figure out what happens, and then when it's kind of told, it's kind of like, oh, that's it. And it's funny because my mom watched the show and she thought it was like a whole different thing, and I was like, Mom, no, like the girl's name's not even Amelia, it's Celeste. Like they changed so much from the book to the movie to make it more like movie drama centered. I do think the book overall was just really fun to read. I was like excited to read it whenever I could. I was looking forward to reading it whenever I could. Like I was thinking about it. Like we're on the beach and I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta read this book. So I will say I did really enjoy this book. It was very enticing. It like kept in my mind just because I was just so eager to see what was gonna happen, because there were just so many loops and turns in the story, and it was pretty much like at one point in time like almost everyone was a suspect. So it was pretty interesting. I had a fun time, so I was able to finish this on vacation, which was so amazing because I read 2 books last month and I've only been reading 2 books this month, so it was like definitely gonna be a crappy month, but being able to get this wedded and the naturals this week literally makes me so happy. So The Perfect Couple, I'm gonna give a 4.5 star. I really did enjoy it, honestly, other than the ending, which to me was just kind of bland. It was kind of like, oh, it does make sense though, but I do think it could have been a little bit better. But anyway, glad that I read that. I'm glad I read these wonderful books here. So I've been reading Hunger Games when I go on my runs, so I was able to get to 75% into this, and we are in the Hunger Games and they're with Finnick and they just got the sprout for the water, so that's what's happening. I will say I love all of the extra details we're getting about the arena. I guess certain parts of the arena are designed for certain characters, and one thing that really has been just like stuck in my mind is Katniss is like, this is a place that no girl on fire can survive because it is rainforest, so it's all wet and you're sweating and you're in water and you're dehydrated, and like her fire can't burn. And I thought that was like such a good quote. And then I just love this little bit, and I know you can see it in the movie, I totally forgot it happens, but I guess when when Peter gets hurt, I don't want to spoil just in case someone hasn't watched it or read the books, but when he gets hurt and Katniss is like shaking in fear because of what just happened, and she grabs Peter and hugs him, Finnick like looks at them, like truly looks at him, and I think he totally finally understands that this isn't fake. I think he knows that they probably put this on so that they could survive, because he knows the hardships of the what's it called, of the Council of the World. I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. I can't think of the word. Anyways, so I just think like him being able to see that, and he was like, oh, you guys are like you guys are for real right now. So I thought that was very interesting, and I'm glad that he was able to see that, honestly. So other than that, I haven't read too much. I don't know what that equivalates to in the book, but I believe it says I only have like 3 hours left. It's about 2 hours and 54 minutes left. I'm not going to end this video just yet because Dylan and I are going to be driving home together, and on EVERAND I have the audiobook for Pet Sematary. Okay, well, we're 18% through Pet Sematary. We're on chapter 17 currently. There's 65 chapters in this, I will say that, but we're definitely gonna hopefully get through another 4 hours or so because we were really enjoying it. I will say it definitely feels eerier because in the beginning it says Stephen King doesn't think, like, for the population that people think this is the scariest book, but for him this is the scariest book for him, which I thought was very interesting because like everyone is really scared of like it, or like I was scared when I read The Outsiders. So I just thought it was very intriguing that he's like, this is the scariest book for me, and I was like, T. Also, it's just talking a lot about death, and there was this one bit where the little girl was talking about her cat and how she doesn't want her cat to die because she had just walked up to the pet cemetery and Jude was telling them about it, and she's like, no, like, oh my gosh, she said something like, no, God can't take my cat, God can go find his own cat, this is my cat. And I like started tearing up. So yeah, I've enjoyed reading, like I've been looking forward to reading, and that wasn't happening the past few weeks for personal reasons and just the vibe. So also, when I finished The Perfect Couple, like, it's been the perfect atmosphere to read this because the beach is gorgeous. If you've ever been to North Carolina, it's just absolutely breathtaking, and the houses are colorful and you just feel so like prestigious. And then while I was upstairs reading it on the couch, my mom got these like frozen margarita packs they put in the freezer. Hey Pookie. I'm doing my video real quick. I was talking about my book because I finished it. But then like when I was reading this, my mom got those margarita things, so I have like a mixed berry, wild berry one upstairs, and it was delicious. So So I'm like sipping this as I'm trying to figure out the murderer. I did see that there was a book by Riley Sager in, they have this little book nook area, so like Malibu Rising was one of the books there, and I was like and then there was a Riley Sager one that about this like murderer that's like driving his car, and this girl's in the car with him, and she thinks he's the murderer who killed her friend or something because his story doesn't match up. It sounded very intriguing. Anyways, those are my activities for tonight. I will talk to you guys tomorrow when I get home, and I'll just update you on what I read for the day, because we have 6.5 or it's probably 6 hours, but maybe 6.5 depending on traffic, hour drive. Hi guys, it's been a day, okay? It's been a day. I'm stuck. Back home, unfortunately. I'm very glad, I'm grateful that I'm back home, because I get to, you know, just be home, and I get to see my doggies, and I get to see my best friends, and I get to go to work. But it's a mess in here. I already miss North Carolina so much. I miss Dylan. Like, oh my gosh. It's currently 6:41 and we got home probably around 4ish, but Dylan and I were able to read a lot of our audiobook on EVERAND. So on EVERAND, for one of my books of the month, because you get 3, I put Pet Sematary by Stephen King. And the worst bit is we stopped the audiobook like when everything was getting juicy, and not in a juicy good way, it was like a juicy bad way, like all the shiz was about to begin. So Dylan and I are kind of like, oh my gosh, like I just want to finish it. So that's our conundrum right now. Oh, I gotta fix my bracelets. With the audiobook, we only have 6 hours left, but we are 56% done with the audiobook. The guy who's narrating is Michael C. Hall. He's the one who plays Dexter. He's also in 6 Feet Under, I believe is what the show is called. I started watching it. I love him. He's doing such a fantastic job. I think the best thing he's doing is I'm forgetting who he is, because he is just changing from different voices perfectly. Like Dylan's like, I don't think it's him. Like, I think there's another guy narrating. I said, no, Dylan, they would tell you if there was someone else narrating, but on it says narrated by Michael. So I'm doing like a top-notch job. He's got everything set down. I love this book. Honestly, I really, really do. It's so sad though. I think it's very eerie with everything that's going on. I think it is so much better than the movies. I don't know what it was. I felt like maybe the family dynamic was very like pushed apart, but I think it's because everything happened so quick in this book. We literally just got to the big bad thing that happens to the family, and we're 56% in. We're halfway through the book. So that whole entire first half, you're getting all this eerie stuff. You're learning about the pet cemetery, but you're mostly just seeing the family and the family dynamic and what the mother went through and what the father goes through. About the kids, and it's very heartwarming because you come to love this family, at least I do, and the thing that happens to them is literally like is a gut punch, and I feel awful for this family. I feel bad that they have to go through something like this. I mean, if anyone has to go through something like this, it's just horrendous and it's awful. So just seeing it happen to this family, and then on top of that, see things happen to Judd, which is their next door neighbor, it's just so upsetting. And knowing that like this darkness is literally in their backyard, I'm like, stay away from it. So I am absolutely loving this book though. I mean, the way that he's got such a vivid imagination, but it's not only that it's like locked in his head, he's able to put it on paper. See, like when I am trying to write a book, I have it all in my head, but then when I go to write it, it's like blank. I don't know why. It's like I can't describe, but the way that he's able to put what's going on in his head on paper and it all makes sense, and I can literally like taste my surroundings, smell the surroundings, etc. It's phenomenal. Like he's doing such a perfect job on what is happening in this setting. I can literally see the smoke. I can see that getting up to the burial ground that's past the pet cemetery, and how dark and eerie it is, and how things are like scraping him, and it's just such a phenomenal job. I freaking love it. Literally love it so much. It's so good. This is my third Stephen King book. Dylan and I read Salem's Lot together last year. Was it last year or 2 years ago? I think it was last year, but last year feels like 3 years ago. Anyways, I'm just so happy that Dylan's like, I want to finish it. I want to finish it so bad. We only have 6 hours left. and I'm very excited to be able to finish it. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to finish it for this video. I think it is just it's a great book. I definitely think this is one of the top ones. It's just got this eerie vibe. I don't want to say it, but I'm really excited to see what happens in the book. I'm so enthralled with what's going on. So hopefully we are able to pick back up on this. I don't know what Dylan and I are gonna be able to do. Maybe we go on a walk or something. We listen to it together. Other than that, that's the end of today's video. I'm back home. No more vacation, unfortunately. I definitely think a vacation was needed. Life got too serious for me. So being able to just escape and be with my family was absolutely needed. And being able to just read and relax was also very needed. So I'm very glad that I was able to get away and just go back to North Carolina. North Carolina is like, I swear to you, it was like a second home. I will say I love going every freaking time. It is just beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's such a wonderful escape, and reading books there and being there with family, like, it really holds a part of my heart because it's just good memories all around. Chef's kiss week of reading. I'm very proud of myself. I will tell you right now, I have Killer Instincts on my Kindle so I can read it because I'm just gonna read the entire series. I'm just like very enticed and eager to read it. I love you all so freaking dearly. You mean a lot to me. So thank you for coming back every week, every other week, once a month. Who knows? Maybe this is the first time seeing me. Hi. But I love you all. So thank you very much. Be safe. Anyone in Canada, please be safe right now. I know it is such a hard time, so I'm praying for everyone there. I'm praying for everyone with bad air quality. Our air quality is not good in Maryland. North Carolina was a little foggy, but it's not here. Like, we have a code red going on right now. So everyone be safe. I love you all dearly. I'll see you guys in my next video.